TMZ just got destroyed by the YouTuber Trent Out Loud. Now, this is embarrassing for TMZ because it seems like they've been taking the side of Officer Tatum, which have been leaning towards Nolan Wells stayed back and wasn't on the boat with the fake friends. But when y'all see this little debate right here, Trent Out Loud destroyed Harvey from TMZ. This is unbelievable, and I'm happy he did. Secondly, there's this story about there being an arrest in the Nolan Wells case, which I believe is just a distraction. This is why I didn't want to cover it. So some guy out in California was making threats towards the judge in the Nolan Wells case, and they locked him up ASAP. And the reason why I think is a distraction, I believe they need stuff like this just so they could turn around and say that we are causing trouble. We don't need nobody starting no type of drama like this because we still want to know where in the hell is Nolan Wells' throat? Where is his lungs? Where is his organs? This is what they don't want y'all talking about. I don't want to hear about a damn arrest made from somebody in California all because they threatened some damn judge. Hell with that. I want justice for Nolan Wells. So if it's not anybody from Horn Island getting arrested, I really don't want to hear about it. Let's get into it, y'all.
I pointed out the fact that I find it very ironic that a white woman, a white judge in Mississippi says, oh my gosh, I have been threatened. And just to be clear, it's not right or fair to threaten anybody, but do you have any idea how many threats Christine has gotten and there has been 0 arrests? You're going to
look how fast they acted on to arresting that guy out in California for making threats on a judge. I don't agree with nobody threatening anybody either. But if y'all got somebody that's been unalived and y'all need to do investigation and it's been taking this long and y'all still haven't got anything, but soon as somebody come out and threaten this white lady, that's when they get arrested.
hear me call that out. 1. 2, Harvey, to me, is the most, he says that Nolan was not on that boat. And to me, that is the most shocking thing I've heard him say, or I've heard TMZ write in this whole entire case. How can he have the audacity to say that he can confirm that Nolan was not on that boat? And when I challenge him on that, he says, well, we saw the video that Officer Tatum put out. Former Officer Tatum? You mean Officer Dingbat? That is what you're going on? You're not telling me that a government official, the police, the DA, nobody told you and gave you that confirmation. The investigation
TMZ listening to Officer Tatum. What?
Is still ongoing, but you want to confirm to me that Nolan was on that boat because of a video that Officer Tatum put out and some pictures? Now, when I challenge him on that fact, and I asked him, how do you know that that video that Officer Tatum put out, or former Officer Tatum put out, how do you know that that's real? How do you know that that was taken on July the 4th? How do you know they didn't stage that and they took it when he went out there to record? Because you know that they did go back on that island. I asked him, do you have the date and do you have the metadata? Now, Harvey doubles down and says, yes, we have confirmed the authenticity of it. We have checked the metadata. Then you're going to see, if you look very carefully, he gazes off camera for a split second. I feel like somebody's maybe telling him something. And he goes, well, anything could be possible. So 1 second, excuse me. Did you confirm it? Did you see the metadata? Are you confirming that it was July the 4th? Or are you not confirming, Harvey? I would just like to know. So watch the clip. I'm going to play maybe 30 seconds so that you hear him talking about the threats.
Y'all pay attention because TMZ ain't used to nobody checking their ass.
Sorry, the lawsuit and then the threats, and then you'll hear my piece. Watch very, very carefully when he looks off camera and then backtracks on the metadata.
Warren Hudson, specifically his mother, who is a judge, she, we're told, got a lot of threats, specifically from this one man who is known as a Sacramento area man, was arrested.
And there is something else that one of the boys who was friends with his dad talked to the New York Post and said they are considering filing a defamation lawsuit against Ben Crump. What we've kind of concluded based on video that we received is that Nolan was not on that boat, that's the boat at the beginning of the trip back from Horn Island, and that Nolan is not on that boat, and that's the boat that went into distress a few minutes after leaving Horn Island.
Hey, this is Trent Out Loud, YouTuber.
Hey, look, watch this, y'all. Y'all check it. Hold on. We got to get the whole thing.
A few minutes after leaving Horn Island.
Hey, this is Trent Out Loud, YouTuber. I think the judge threats and the Benjamin Crump defamation lawsuit is just a distraction. I think it's incredibly telling that a white woman goes out and shows us the threats she's getting, and within days there is an arrest, but there has been zero arrest when it comes to the Nolan Wells case. Do you have any idea how many threats Christine has gotten? How come there's nobody arresting for the people that are threatening her?
Well, no, listen, you first have to determine if there's foul play, right? And I don't know that they've determined that yet. So you don't go out and start arresting people until you know, A, if there's foul play, and B, who did it. But just because there hasn't been doesn't mean there's not a real investigation behind it.
Agreed. But now let's talk about that picture that you showed up of the boat. We got that picture from Officer Tatum, former Officer Tatum. How do we know when that picture was taken? We have no metadata. We have no proof. How do we know that? And also,
well, no, but what the video?
No, don't try to cut him off. He let you speak. Let him speak. When people are losing a debate and they got to cut the other person off, that goes to show you that they're losing and they don't know what the hell they talking about.
Also,
well, no, but what the video? It's not a pic. We're talking about.
Well, he put out pictures and video. But
I know, but the video, we can align the video with the distress call. And he wasn't on that boat.
Yeah, but Harvey, how do you know? Has former Officer Tatum, has he provided you guys with the metadata? Do you know 100% when that video and those pictures were taken? Can you confirm to me right now that it was taken on July the 4th?
That's what we have concluded based on everything we've looked at, metadata, talking to people, and aligning it with the distress call. Yeah. Now, look. Anything is possible. I'm certainly.
There it go. You can't sit up here and say you know something and you really don't. If somebody can't give you a yes or no answer and they got to say, yeah, well, I think and then you looking off in the corner? Y'all look at Trent cooking his ass. Look at this, y'all. Look at him look in the corner. You got to blow this up.
Anything is possible. I'm certainly not saying.
Got him. Somebody talking to him over there.
It wasn't foul play because I don't know. It's just.
Now you don't know. But when he asks you, you act like you had all the metadata and the receipts. Y'all are getting pictures and videos. Y'all just uploading it and saying, look, we got the boys on the boat. We don't know when that shit was. You could be uploading any damn thing. Officer Tatum could be uploading anything, but with y'all backing, being as though that y'all so known, everybody know about TMZ, people take it as facts, and it's not. We don't know the times.
I'm certainly not saying it wasn't foul play because I don't know. It's just, I think, jumping to conclusions at the beginning and starting to point fingers at people without really knowing, it may be fair, but what if it's really unfair and you're kind of tarnishing people who really shouldn't be tarnished? Shouldn't that be a concern?
I think if anybody who jumped to conclusions first was the Mississippi officers that jumped to conclusions 1 hour after finding his body and said, no evidence of foul play.
What you gonna do with that? It's not fair that you jump to conclusions. Okay, then why did Jonathan Ledbetter, Sheriff Ledbetter, jump to a conclusion? Soon as he seen Nolan's body, he said, oh, I don't suspect foul play. That's jumping to conclusions. So why aren't y'all defending that side? Why the hell y'all keep defending the side of Nolan Wells stayed behind? The boys ain't have nothing to do with it. That's y'all picking a side. We got to bring that back because that was a quick response. We got to bring that back.
Shouldn't that be a concern?
I think if anybody who jumped to conclusions first was the Mississippi officers that jumped to conclusions 1 hour after finding his body and said, no evidence of foul play. They jumped to conclusions, not us.
Well, I think that's fair. I think that's fair.
They just want the truth.
I think that's fair.
To me, it is.
You better think it's fair. I don't know who you was looking off into the corner, but they told you, look, you better stop. You better stop before somebody put one of them damn suits on you. Let's see what Trent talking about.
Shocking that a huge platform like TMZ would have the audacity to go on the airwaves and say Nolan was not on that boat. We still have the CETO call to go over. I showed you guys that yesterday in the video I did yesterday. I'll pin it in the comment section. Benjamin Crumb says, yo, they have the audio and they're working with forensic audio engineers. We don't know what was on that call.
So this is the judge that has been receiving threatening messages from the guy in California. They arrested him so fast. You would think that he was involved in the actual Nolan Wells case. And people keep saying, yeah, arrest in the Nolan Wells. This is not the type of arrest we want right here. This is all a distraction for everybody to stop talking about Nolan Wells' throat and its autopsy and stuff. But check it out, y'all.
Cole would return back to her Facebook to show followers and those interested that she and her family have received a wave of negative messages and threats. A part of the post, she would go on to share several messages from an anonymous user, Yay962.
So this is the guy that alleged sent the threats to the judge. I think this all nonsense, man. Where is Nolan Wells' throat? We don't want to hear about this. Little Snow White is in distress. Now all of a sudden, y'all know how to arrest people. All of a sudden. Did y'all get his phone? Because looking at his face, I don't suspect any foul play. I don't think he did it. Now, we need to take some time on this. Ain't that how y'all like to play? We need to take some time on this right here because he looks innocent to me. I don't know. We need to take our time on this.
Who will go on to comment with things like, there's going to be a bomb sent to your office. I'm going to get you when you leave work. Followed by, I got your email, your phone number, your address. What's stopping? The user would even go on to message her directly and continued.
For anybody out here doing stuff like this, thinking that you about to ride for Nolan Wells, we don't need y'all doing this. You're hindering the process. We don't need y'all doing no crash out shit. Do crash out shit in your own community because you're giving these people an excuse to point the finger at us and then they're going to play the victim. Don't be doing that shit over here, man. But yeah, that's the end of the video because I don't want to get this stuff no attention and I feel myself getting hype. No pun intended. But I'm going to leave a link in the description to Trent Out Loud. That is somebody who's been staying on the case. That is a solid YouTuber, also hype. But y'all make sure y'all hype this video up. Let me know what y'all think about TMZ saying little slick ass biased information and then backpedaling when somebody checking their ass. I think the brother did an amazing job. Had Harvey, I don't know what's up with that dude, man. He just got this look on him like he just spiritually dead. I'd be looking in his eyes. He'd just be like what the hell? What happened? Y'all get in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think, man. Big Kish signing out. Gone, y'all.